The next is spaces. So spaces are individual work areas that I feel like should be separated for one reason or another. The best example is my monthly newsletter. So I write a monthly newsletter. I've been doing it since October 2020. And so I have this MOC, map of contents, for my monthly newsletter. We can jump in there. In this map of contents, we're going to have kind of topics, so I can at a glance see what I've written about past newsletters so that I don't write them again. I can go to individual ones as well. And then this is where I took random notes about topics I want to cover in future newsletters. So as I'm going, I'll jump in here and do this. And this is my little button that creates a new newsletter from a template that I have. Another example is going to be my articles. So things that I write for my website, scripts that I write for YouTube, like you're watching right now. I have a button that creates a post, a button that creates a new YouTube video script. And then I have these titled with different statuses. So these are ones that I'm actively working on, meaning they actually have some content in there. These are ideas that really don't have too much in there. Here's inactive, so things that I've decided to put on hold or I'm not working on. And then just a list of published. And so this is one of the places where I live in very frequently in my Obsidian vault. Articles page is a place that I go to all the time, as well as the monthly newsletter, and then whichever is my most recent draft of the newsletter. Continuing on, physical objects. I've shared a video about this in the system, so you can watch that video, but basically I save physical objects where it's relevant to actually take notes on them. So I want to save instructions. I want to save price for some reason that is relevant. Maybe it's a printer that I replaced the ink at a certain level. So I want to have a link to what the ink is and any notes about how big the cartridges I want to get or how long they're lasting. All of that sort of stuff I will keep in physical objects. And then the last thing is work. So I do take notes in this vault for any work or professional things. It just kind of lives together, but they get their own space. And so that's kind of how I separate all of that. So I can look at all of my, say, Datadog notes, all of my full story Vantage. And I'm currently doing some consulting. So all of that lives in the work space in my vault. One of the last things is timestamps. So timestamps is going to be where meeting notes are, as well as daily notes. So the daily notes are going to be organized by year and then month, and then all of the notes in here. And then meetings, again, I have a video that goes over my meeting note template. So meetings MOC, and I can press this button to create a new meeting. The last thing I want to share is Umami. This is something that I've taken from Nick Milo in his Linking Your Thinking. But Umami is basically all of my notes, everything random, just miscellaneous that isn't part of a random space, all goes into this folder. And then I have an Umami index. I don't really use this that much, but I use a data view table to kind of pull out the title of the file as well as any tags if I have those, so I can view these at a glance. I probably should have a system to kind of go through here and review these and find them. Usually I'm just using search. So Command O to open, and then I'll type anything that I want in here. Command O to open, and then I can navigate and I can search for my notes. And usually that's how I'm finding things. Artificial intelligence. So that's usually how I'm finding any of the notes that I've taken in here. But just in case you want it, or just in case I want it, you can kind of browse the Umami. But just by default, this is where I put all random notes. One last thing I want to show is how this is all synced. So let me open Obsidian Sync back up to GitHub. So I am using Obsidian Sync. I pay for their core feature of sync, which is fantastic. I think it works really well for syncing both of my laptops and then my phone as well. But I also back up my entire vault to GitHub. And so let me open Safari. Yep, I have it open right now. So this is a private vault, so only that I can see it. And this updates everything that is changes to my Obsidian vault directly to GitHub. So this is just peace of mind a backup. And I think this does it every 2 days. So I don't have it updating frequently, but I don't know. If I lose a day or two of work, it's not that big of a deal, but it's kind of nice to have the backup there. And I think I have instructions saved somewhere for how to do this. So I'll link to that in the description if you want to do that as well.